Before we start this video, get over to bityard.com, guys. You know I've been trading with them for about 4 months now. I love this platform. Easy to use and different from crypto spot trading. Crypto contracts allow you to have a fixed profit amount and fixed risk. And all you do is set your global settings on how much you want to take profit, up to 500% and as low as 10% risk on the stop loss. Get over to bityard.com. Check them out. Link in the description below. Boy Crypto Blood, welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. It is August 19th, 2020. Shout out to my man Tim G, one of my premium YouTube members. This is a new one right here. It's never been done. He wanted to hear a song that I'm bumping right now. Good one, Tim G. Thank you for this song request. So I am currently rocking with that 44 Bulldog from the late Pop Smoke. I love this joint right here. I think someone actually requested this song once, and I've been rocking with it ever since. So that's what I'm rocking today. Pop Smoke, 44 Bulldog. Get on it. Fire! What's good, people? Hope everyone's doing well today. Welcome to another episode today. Yes, it has come, people. The time, the moment I've been waiting for when it comes to this migration with the YAM token. I'm actually going to be doing a video for the members later this evening on how to migrate if you're having any trouble. Shouldn't have any trouble. It's pretty straightforward, but there are a couple things. If you're using, one person that I know, a buddy of mine, is using Coinbase for his wallet to connect to Uniswap to actually buy these YAM tokens. Well, there's a little thing you got to do if you're using Coinbase to access the site to do the migration, but it's pretty straightforward. That is live migration. I'm going to go over some of the numbers that I'm seeing on Uniswap as far as what you can get these YAM V2 tokens for. It's going to blow your mind. So we're going to talk about that today, and to also take a look at this article out of Decrypt Media talking about this second life for YAM. Also, out of You Today, Charles Hoskins is promising a massive performance improvement on the Cardano nodes. I know I have a few Cardano fans. You guys got to let me know, because I was doing some research. I could not find what is Shelly currently doing for TPSs, transactions per second. What is the current TPS for Cardano Shelly Hardfork? Let me know. I couldn't find it. That would be great to know. And then lastly, Ethereum 2.0. They were all ranting and raving, talking about the success of this testnet and the testnet finally getting a block and finalizing it. However, there were issues right after that. Looks like there were a massive load of errors. Some nodes weren't communicating with each other. All types of mess. We're going to take a look at this out of Trust Nodes today as well. All 3 articles coming up on this episode of My Two Satoshis. Let's get it! But before we start, if you guys find these types of videos informative, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and click that bell to receive more videos like this. So let's take a look at the heat map today. We got Bitcoin down big time, 2.8%. I'm going to give you guys some analysis, some updated analysis of what I'm seeing going on. I don't think it's all over, guys. I don't. But you see blood, that means crypto blood. You see me. I'm buying in these environments. That's what I'm doing. Not telling you what to do. But if you have a coin that you were looking to get more of, you buy on these dips. Or if you're up big on another coin that you own, transfer some of those profits over to the coins that you want to get. Look at ETH down 5%, trading at $405. We got XRP down 6%. Litecoin getting hit hard, 8.4%, trading at $61.36. Look at EOS down 10%, almost 9.06%, trading at $3.32. So it's a bloodbath, pretty much a bloodbath all around. Most of my portfolio has definitely been hit today, with the exception of a couple, and one in particular, YAM. I'm doing X's on this one, and we'll get to that here in a second. But that's where we are with things. Not looking good, you would think. But if we take a look at the technicals, actually drew this additional line you see at the bottom here for my YouTube members in the chat room on Telegram. I don't think it's all over, guys. You know, we did see a break. I told you if there was a break here, we did that. And we actually, I'm going to go ahead and delete this. I'm going to extend this line out. You'll see we actually tried to touch the backside of that line and actually rejected it. So that's a bad sign when you see a break of a line and then the market tries to go back up and get back above there and gets rejected. However, what I'm seeing now is promising. We have an additional channel line here I'm drawing, and if we stay above here, we're good. If we break this line, so put alerts on. If you have TradingView, put an alert on a line that looks similar to this, because if we break 11,640 area, it's a wrap. We're heading back to 10.5 or close to it, at least. I won't say we're going there exactly, but close to it. So that's what you want to keep in mind But at this point, it's looking good from a price action perspective. It looks like we're holding it. Doesn't mean we will, but it's looking good right now. That's all I can say. So we want to eventually get back above this midpoint in the channel and then try our way back up again. Let's take a look at this migration to V2 version 2 of the YAM token. Yes, it is live. You guys can do that now. You only had 72 hours from when they actually announced it earlier today. But yeah, it looks like they are ready to go. YAM 1 to YAM 2. The contract is available. Here are the details. I'll leave a link to the Medium post so that you can see all the information there. They've got the contract, the migration contract here, that address, YAM V2 token address, and YAM V1 if you just needed it. But that is it. We're ready to go. And the interesting thing, and I've told you guys, is that they are migrating. In the migration, it's actually a 10-to-1, almost 11-to-1 translation. Basically a reverse token split. You're getting 11 times less coins. So if you had 1,000 coins, you're going to get roughly 100 coins in YAM V2. And that also shrinks the supply down to around 3 million tokens. If I'm doing the math correctly, somewhere around there. That is, you start crunching the numbers and comparing this to other DeFi platforms that have 3 million, a million tokens, you can start to see what the numbers are looking like. But we're going to take a look at this Decrypt Media article about YAM. It says here, YAM prepares for a second life after $115,000 was donated for a security audit. YAM presented a two-phase rollout to transition to the protocol. So it says that YAM financed the yield farming sensation, which aggregated $600 million in assets in less than 48 hours before being shut down, is set to see a second life. The team that became instantly DeFi infamous for its brash launch is now moving more carefully after receiving $115,000 in donations to seed a security audit. YAM presented a two-phase rollout in which the protocol transitions to a fully audited system. So, in the Great DeFi migration, YAM V1 holders will migrate to YAM 2, a one-for-one match. And it says it's a one-to-one match, and it's not. It's actually a 10.8 to 1 conversion. So it's not one-to-one. I don't know why they're saying that. With no rebases in place. So YAM, if you guys don't know, expands and contracts based on its rebases or supply twice a day to keep its $1 peg. So once the results of the audit have been implemented, YAM 2 will undergo a migration to YAM 3, the final form of the protocol, which incorporates all code updates and re-enables both rebases and community governance of YAM's treasury and Curve Finance liquidity pool. So I want to just show you guys, again, this article is not completely accurate about the swap. The swap is 10.8 to 1. And I've already done my swap this morning, so I know that to be a fact. I know how many coins I have. So I'm just going to show you real quick, guys, on the Uniswap contract for YAM V1. All right. So since yesterday, we've seen a lot of buying pressure to accumulate these YAMs. And right now, 1 ETH will get you 549 YAM tokens, okay? And that is at this price down here per ETH, which at the time of recording is roughly 76 cents, right? So that's where we are with that. Now, on the YAM V2 contracts, if you just want to go buy YAM V2s right now, guys, I'm going to just do the same thing. 1 ETH worth of YAM V2s is going to get you only 43 YAMs in the V2 version. That is roughly $9.40 right now. I've seen it as high as, and if I actually, put in more ETH, if I want to buy more than just $300, $400 worth, let's just say you want to buy 5 ETH worth. That's around $11 per YAM. $11 and actually 13 cents per YAM. So that's what it's going for. YAM V2s are going for that much. There's no rebase on this YAM V2. Rebase will be re-enabled in YAM V3, which is going to be a one-to-one swap at that point. So there's no more dilution of the number of YAM tokens from V2 to V3. It's going to be the same. And if you want to buy the YAM V2s, I've already done my conversion. You want to buy that from me, buddy? You got 5 ETH. You're going to have to pay me $11 per YAM. Now, there's still a window left. And so I don't see right now, they had a countdown on here, but I don't see it anymore. But, you can go to yam.finance and start the migration if you have the YAM V1s with you on that particular browser that you're looking at. Now, again, I'm going to do a tutorial. Quick tutorial. Shouldn't take much time, but it's pretty straightforward. That's it. I mean, it's, I, again, still see YAM V2s going for north of $50 easily. Now the window again is, I think, another 2 days roughly. So I believe you're going to start to see, as that window starts to close, for you to actually convert V1s to V2s, you're going to start to see the price of V2s go up crazy, like insane, in my opinion. And from there, once that window closes and you can no longer do anything with V1 tokens, you can only buy it at that price at V2s. So that's a whole new market, and we see a glimpse of that right now, what we got going on. Again, I saw as high as $24 a YAM, V2 YAM token earlier for some of the larger buys. If you wanted to buy like 10, 20 ETH worth, it was costing you that much. So we'll see what happens, but that's where we are with that. Good play. If you guys followed me on that lead, I know a few people in the YouTube members room did, so kudos to them. But let's take a look at what we've got here out of the Cardano family. IOHK's CEO Charles Hoskinson promises massive performance improvements in Cardano nodes. So it says in his latest YouTube live stream, Charles Hoskinson shares some details about the upcoming release Daedalus 2.2, a wallet for Cardano users that is slated to happen on August the 20th. Hoskins says that it will come out with the version 1.19 of the Cardano node that will offer very significant performance improvements. Some aspects of the software are 100 times faster, and QA is reporting that everything looks pretty good so far. So this is more about the performance of the actual software node, not the transmissions or transactions per second on the blockchain. I still want to know if any of you out there know what's the TPS for Shelley right now. I'm interested to know. According to Hoskins, the new node release will have even more improvements in functionality. So we'll see what happens with this. But they rolled out again, if you guys didn't know, their much anticipated Shelley hard fork back in July. And last week, for the first time, the community pool started minting blocks, which marks the start of the blockchain's journey to reach full decentralization. So, okay, we'll see. It's still not sold on Cardano. I'm sorry, it's been years. They're finally getting to this point, but we got to see how it really works in the wild. We got to see how those TPSs look in real life when it's game time. That's what I want to see. You guys let me know if you have any of that information, and I'm going to keep my eye on Cardano for sure. I'm not writing it off. I just haven't written it on yet. Speaking of testnets and what's really going on, Ethereum 2.0 testnet block finalization has some issues. A brief celebration about the Ethereum 2.0 testnet finally getting a justified block and then finalized block gave way to nodes crashing. So a whole bunch of quotes here. I just had a whole bunch of peers disconnect. One guy said, another said, my beacon node just went bonkers. Yeah, got a lot of invalid finalized routes. Another guy says Tico nodes went down. That's why you lost peers at the same time upon finality. And so for some reason there were 4 forks or more. How on earth do they agree on what is the correct finalized head with their own description of how this is meant to work, suggesting they can't? And they're saying maybe that they have to hard fork now. So we'll see what's going on here, but they're having some issues over at Ethereum 2.0 testnet, and it's not an easy road. I'm not even expecting it to be, and that's why I've always told you guys that these roadmaps and deadlines and goals they have probably won't be hit by far when it comes to rolling out Ethereum 2.0. So the longer it takes, I'm assuming some of these other blockchains are going to seize the moment. Maybe not take over Ethereum, but definitely steal some market share from Ethereum because they haven't upgraded and they're not up to speed with so many. There are so many good blockchains out there, blockchain 3.0 projects that are killing Ethereum. They just don't have the notoriety. Me, I look for value. And I've told you time and time again, blocktivity.info, check that site out. You can get more information on what the true value of these blockchains. The article goes on to say participation has dropped again, now to at times 25% or so, as nodes kick each other out for thinking everyone else is in the wrong fork except for them. As it happens, it is probably they are all in the wrong fork because the network has experienced a total failure, and therefore it has broken down at the protocol level with extra protocol measures, quote unquote, most likely needed now as they explain themselves in the fork choice documentation. As such, this insta crash on finalization should have been expected, you'd think, but the ETH 2.0 coordinator Danny Ryan appears to have thought otherwise, while Vitalik Buterin is kind enough to just sit and watch despite ostensibly designing this whole thing. Apparently a bit of code to migrate 30,000 slots worth of states to a database failed. So we'll have to see what happens with this. Interesting. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Not many are talking about this from what I see, but wanted to let you guys know what's going on with Ethereum 2.0 testnet. Still a little bit ways to go. EOS. H-bar. I'm sorry, H-bar. EOS. Anyway, that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Shout out to my man Tim G again for asking me what I'm bumping today. And I am bumping that Pop Smoke 44 Bulldog. And so if you guys found this video informative, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Click that bell to receive more videos like this. I'm out of here, people. Holla.